let's talk about Clipse, because this is why you don't make powerful enemies unless you're of that caliber.
Is that how you want to start the Clipse
review? Because I think that they deserved everything that came to them. And I think that that's a testament to how amazing they are as well, you know? Like,
so I think if you aren't catching what he's saying, right? Clipse, 16 years hiatus, you know, had this date set out July 11th for a long, long time. They've been doing the most on the rollout, right? Hitting every single platform and on every podcast, on every mic and every interview, talking about their ops, talking about fuck Travis, fuck Def Jam.
Well, that, and it's the fact that like, this is historically probably, we were talking about outside, like, not the best, because, you know, I'm going to put respect on Outkast. Shout out you guys. This is, if not them, probably the best rap group ever, though.
Without a doubt, the second best rap duo in the history of the game.
This is Malice.
I don't want to say duo or group, because then you got to talk about Wu-Tang and Tribe.
Facts. But I even think they got them niggas.
You think they got Wu-Tang?
Damn near. Well,
let's bookmark that one maybe for Patreon.
We will.
Let's go best rap groups on Patreon too.
Okay, yeah, because I just want to, just celebrating them though. Malice obviously stepping away from the genre, coming back after so many years and not missing a beat. Like, this was a momentous occasion for hip hop.
Right.
Mm-hmm. This was a big moment. I think it brought a lot of people together across generations, because you obviously have Pusha, who took his solo career and brought in people like us, as well as Pharrell, who's transcended like the early 2000s and is now modern day. Like, it feels like everyone who's a fan of rap music should have been paying attention and excited for this. And I think they delivered.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed by this. I think Malice stole the show for me.
Without a doubt, Malice was the MVP of Let God Sort Him Out. And Push killed it across the whole thing.
But I can't lie, even though Malice had some of the best verses, I don't think that project is what it is without Pharrell production. Because that shit could have been super sleepy. I'm not going to lie. It could have been.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree, especially when we've only really heard them over Pharrell production. Like, anything else would have not made sense.
That's what I was going to say. I think it was a given. I don't think that there was ever any conversation, ever any ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think that Steven Victor has obviously been moving around with them and plays a big part in both their career and Pharrell's career. Like, it was a hand in glove fit.
Well, this is not a Steven Victor play. This is them growing up on the same block play.
No, but exactly. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's too many crosswires for it to ever be like misconstrued. Like, Pharrell wasn't going to have his hands completely on.
Well, yeah, that's real life.
That conversation's never going left.
But where I'm coming from with it, because I get what you mean. Yeah. But I guess like just seeing Pusha T's solo career and all that, him working with Kanye, super heavy. I thought about like Daytona and like how great that project was, right? But I do feel like now, hearing the Clipse album and hearing him and Malice together again, I'm like, bro, things like Daytona should have just been produced by Pharrell. To be honest, I think Push sounds better over Pharrell.
I like Push and Kanye, and I think Push and Kanye have a moment, and I think it was necessary for his career to go where it needed to go. I just feel like this was a different mode for him. Like, the purpose of this was something that only Pharrell could accomplish.
Dog, wait.
So which project do you feel is better?
You can't get away with that take.
Go ahead.
Daytona is not Daytona without Kanye.
Okay.
If you know, Hard Piano, bro, the games we play, like these songs are carried by
But my question is, which project do you like better? Or is that unfair because one is
it's unfair? It's two different. It's two different words.
But here's a question for you. Which side of It's Almost Dry did you like better? The Kanye side or the Pharrell side?
Ooh.
Because to me, Kanye smoked that. I think the Kanye side was way better.
I don't like It's Almost Dry that much, but I think I agree with you that the Kanye side was better. I think the Pharrell side was a little disjointed for me.
Yeah, we're not going. We can't discredit what Ye did for Push's career, but I think that him talking about Kanye in these interviews has been interesting too.
Definitely,
because you kind of see how this album came together out of truly being like a labor of love for everyone involved. I think that on the surface level, you see everyone went to Paris and it was out of the LV store and there was all this luxury, which I think is a very amazing surface level dope thing that they've done. The fashion shit, the high class shit, you need that to be mentioned in a certain ilk. But then I love how from track one, they get right into like the pain shit.
Oh my God.
Talking about their parents passing and them trading verses that are just so like, you can only get this level of maturity from people who have lived life and are 40, 50 years old and really understand how to go through these feelings and move forward. Because how they were talking about all of this stuff was so matter of fact, but then on the flip side, when they go on Joe's platform and talk about how they were actually crying every day when they were recording this.
Yeah.
And this was recorded across like multiple days of sessions because you could only get like a couple bars out here and there. Like, that's insane to me.
No, they were saying funny stuff when they were talking to Ebro too about that, because they were talking about the open concept of the studio they were recording in, and how Pharrell was working on Clothes simultaneously and had other people in the studio that were working more on the LV side. Yeah. And I remember Push was like, yeah, like P was crying, we were crying, the seamstress was crying. It's crazy that they had all these random creatives just like sobbing tears while recording this over like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, they give us that just to start everything off, and I think that kind of humanizes them in such a necessary way before they make the. My favorite part about this entire album is like the snorting cocaine sounds throughout the whole thing. It's just like, oh, my parents died, all this is sad, da da da, right back into like the narco shit. Like they're on go mode after that.
Yeah, but also I didn't feel, because one thing I didn't want to hear about was Malice or Push really talking about like selling drugs. And I feel like these weren't coke raps in the way that you get like a Benny or a Boldy project where they're literally talking about selling dope. This was more like, yeah, I did it. I could show you how to flip a brick. Or, you know what I mean? Like never was it like, oh, I'm selling this dope. You know what I mean? Which I think was a cool way to take it.
I also think that none of these niggas really rap about it at that point, because I feel like actually selling the dope and being the one who's moving the product is like, again, I've never even contemplated doing any of this. So I have no idea. I seen Snowfall like a lot of niggas. But I feel like the people who are actually moving that shit are like, that's a young nigga type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe when they were, even I feel like back then, if you listen to like Hell Have No Fury and Lord Willing, they feel more like they're in their Kingpin bag.
Yeah.
You know, but this feels like almost like retired reflection. You know
right. Yeah.
Like
what Malice
back.
say? He said I'm the only one that truly got out the game free.
That shit was incredible.
Yeah.
That was on POV, right? Yeah. The features. Speaking of POV, Tyler, I didn't know you had smoke for niggas like that.
Talking about Cardi, right? We think people are speculating.
That feels like more of like a online thing, but
people are speculating that someone tried to sue him. They're basically assuming that Cardi was mad about the vinyl coming out from Chromacopia with his verse that he took off of, I forget what song.
I forget what song too.
But allegedly it was a Cardi verse that came out on a couple vinyls, and he sent out a cease and desist to Tyler.
Yeah.
This is all speculation. Nobody knows what happened, but Tyler on the verse was shooting at somebody.
Yeah, do you have the bars?
I don't. I can look them up.
Because I remember mid-reaction, Osei shows me a tweet. And it basically is Tyler being like, without saying his name, no, these are not Drake bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is over somebody that I thought was a friend suing me over a feature.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I thought was important to clear that up.
Yeah.
In the midst of everything that's going on with Drake and Kendrick, and obviously his association with Drake, and then being on the Clipse project, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to obviously come off a certain way.
He said, little feature niggas threaten to sue me. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. La Ferrari doors open up like it's therapy.
Tough.
That was excellent. I mean, he's talking about I can never buy a bitch a Birkin bag because she fucking me. I remember that when people thought that was going to somebody. I was like, I don't know. I just like Tyler.
I was just gonna say Tyler's always been anti-trick.
Yeah.
Like he's always taken like an anti-trick and like stance on things.
I was gonna say his bag now is just like, yo, I'm established in this game. I do things the way I do, and it's been successful. If any of y'all niggas want to talk to me, let's talk bread. Like really, let's do this.
Tyler was really rapping like he's waited his whole life.
He killed
to rap with the Clipse, which he probably has.
And they said that he's their number one like Clipse guy. Like he knows about all the history, the lore, and everything. So that's a dope moment for him to be on there. I think that The Dream and Pusha have obviously had a storied history together since the first time I heard them together was
More Famous Than Rich.
Yeah, that he was on a couple songs on that album though.
Yeah, he was.
But this was a really good one. Ab Liva is obviously a throwback to the Re-Up Gang shit.
I wasn't familiar with Ab Liva.
So he was part of. So you know, like the Re-Up Gang stuff that Pusha and them were a part of.
Were those the mixtapes?
Yeah, and all that stuff. I think that he used to run with them.
Okay.
And
Virginia probably.
Yeah, and he has some features across the projects, but he killed it. Stove God was amazing.
That was one of the best features on this project.
Stove God. Yeah.
Yes. And he only had 8 bars.
Yeah.
Bro, but
I think that was perfect though.
Yeah, and like if you're gonna take some, like you guys, if you watch this podcast, you know how I feel about the whole Griselda camp and all the Griselda associates. But for me, if you're gonna shine a light on one of them, it's gotta be Stove. I think that voice, I think Stove is really like the one. in this pocket because the way he delivers things, his vocal delivery, there's so much conviction and he doesn't sound like anybody else.
Stove is the right choice. I selfishly would like a Boldy.
Yeah.
Boldy on this would have been incredible, but I don't think Boldy and Pharrell is a natural pairing.
It's not, but I feel you. I would have loved the Boldy verse.
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah. I'm interested. So you were
Wait.
Go.
Don't move off features yet.
Okay, who else? Who else am I missing? John Legend on the intro.
I almost regret saying that was one of the best features because obviously it was great, but we had Kendrick, Tyler, Nas.
In my brain, I'm not even like acknowledging the Kendrick feature because I feel like the leak before.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the whole verse.
Kinda,
the whole verse didn't get leaked.
Yeah.
That Kendrick verse is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, the takeaway that a lot of people have had is like the fact that he was able to deliver a verse like this in the midst of a battle.
Yeah.
Is crazy. What I was really sick about is again hearing that he was supposed to be on So Be It and just didn't get the verse in time.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you guys feel about the change on So Be It?
Oh, I'm glad they switched it back.
And I like the new version.
Wait, they switched it back to the music video version?
Yeah. Like an hour after it dropped.
Okay, got you.
I like the new version.
You like the new version better?
I love both. The new version just sounds more like cinematic. I enjoyed it. But I'm not here to argue because it's two different feels.
Yeah.
It's two completely different feels, so I'm not mad at it.
And to me, the So Be It beat, the original So Be It beat and what it is now is top 2 instrumental on the project.
I'm not mad at that take.
I love that. Feels like super throwback.
It's very
Pharrell.
menacing. It's very menacing too.
And with like the Indian sample, bro.
It's dope. It's dope.
And then Nas also
killed it.
Really killed his verse on Chandeliers. I know that was one of your favorite tracks.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. Like, you know how I assume y'all know how I feel about Nas. Like, I don't really listen to him, bro, like that. You know what I'm saying? But that track was special to me. I do feel like, I don't know, everything just came together and it was like one of the last tracks, right? Like kind of like
second to last.
It was a good closing to the whole project.
They did great. They did great. And I think Pharrell did a great job of kind of bringing them a sound that wasn't dated all the way, but was still true to them.
Yeah.
Because they also talked about the fact that like Pharrell would try to go left. And Pharrell has his ideas and Pharrell has these things that he's trying to do with his production. And Malice especially was kind of just like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
This is not what we're trying to do. This is not the vibe. Like, we want to make Clipse music.
Yeah.
We know what we are. We know what we want to say. We know the vibe that we're looking for. This is it. And so I think that was interesting because we talked about it. You know, I do think that there's some people who have had pushback on Pharrell on this project and have been like, yes, this was good. No one's going to come out here and say it's bad, but it wasn't out of this world, something I've never heard. And I don't think that's what it was trying to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've had conversations off mic about this. But I do want my like recorded opinion to be that this is fire.
Yes.
It does sound like Pharrell.
Yeah.
And you can take that however you want. He's been one of the most, if not the most prominent producer in hip hop for 20 years. So if somebody comes and says, oh, this feels like I've heard this before, well, it's probably because at one point he produced 70% of the songs on the radio.
I was going to say, it also sounds like Pusha T Clipse Pharrell.
Right,
it sounds like the bag that he gets into when he's with them.
Oh, and I like am confident to say that to me, this is the best project Pharrell has produced in the last 10 years. The only thing that the only one that like I'm thinking of in the modern era of Pharrell is the Snoop Dogg project. Cause I thought he cooked that.
That was fire.
That was 2015.
What else has he done? Nah, that's fair. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
Are you mad if you're Clipse though? Because we obviously know there was some other things going on.
Yeah.
We know that if they drop this weekend and nothing else comes out, as I think we all were kind of anticipating, they go number one probably. This is a huge moment for rap music, for real hip hop, Black people, because I think that also like with the Rock Nation deal being a distribution deal, I don't know their paperwork, but I assume that they're probably getting a healthy amount of the profits off this, you know, especially being able to negotiate these deals at the level they're at now. Like, they probably would have seen and I think they still are, seeing a very healthy payday off the success of this project. But then you get all these other new projects kind of stepping on your moment. And Joe kind of asked them about this, not knowing everything that would happen, but how do they feel about the rumblings? And they both were kind of just like, let them try. Fuck it, you know? I like that mentality.
Yeah.
It sucks that it happened. And like as a fan of them, I hate to see that, but I love that they seem to be taking it in stride.
Well, it needs to be the mentality. Because realistically, huge fan of the Clipse, huge fan of Pusha T, but Pusha T is always doing the most. He's always doing the most, and on this rollout, he was definitely doing the most. So if you're going to talk that much shit, like you kind of have to be prepared. Like you're talking shit against Def Jam, like one of the most storied, historic like labels in hip hop. You're talking shit against Travis Scott, the merch D2C king. Like you do have to expect some smoke if you do that.
And I love Malice on the side whenever Push gets into his bag talking crazy shit. Because you realize that that's a 50-year-old man and he just be kind of like slunched over in his chair, like just like, yeah, like this is my little brother, like going stupid right now. Like let him cook, you know, let the young nigga go crazy.
I don't think I've ever been mad at anything that Pusha T has said though. To me, the delivery is aggressive, of course.
Yeah.
But like, that's a man that stands on principles. So I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at this rollout. I think this is like, I think we've talked about this. This is the best rap album rollout of the year.
I think you have
arguably one of the best I've ever seen.
If you're gonna talk like this, you have to come with shit, and they did.
Exactly. But it, like you said, it's hip hop.
Yeah.
Talk shit, get hit. Nobody can meet you on the battlefield of like, oh, we're better lyricists.
Yeah.
So they're gonna meet you on the battlefield of, oh, we're gonna sell more than you. And that's fine to me. I'm like, you have to accept that consequence because you came out and spoke against these people. And that's regardless of your principles. Regardless of your principles. Because bro, you know I'm a principled dude.
Yeah.
So I be feeling Pusha T. I'm like, he really is angry about this shit. I be angry about shit. But you can't, but then you can't be like, oh, we feel bad for them. You talk shit.
I think you always should stand on a certain code when you're like Pusha T. You know, when you rap a certain lifestyle, when you rap certain things, when you live a certain lifestyle, whatever, this is what you're claiming. You got to be consistent when you are given the opportunity to. And I think that he's done an amazing job of that.
But I think, Miles, we talked about it. You're more so just speaking to how this would have been a dope, historic number one.
Yeah. I think that I wish that I could have seen that for them because I love the music, like on a personal level. Like this was probably one of the first rap albums I listened to as like a conscious fan, like trying to get into the genre. So it was super impactful to me. To see them be so relevant all these years later is really, really dope. And to have that like be cemented in an actual way would have been cool to see. But, you know, shit doesn't happen. And I think that, again, giving them props that Def Jam was like, fuck it, we got to get Bieber to go up against these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Before we get to Bieber, can I ask you a couple quick questions about the Clipse album?
Yeah.
I need both of your favorite songs. Just one.
Mike Tyson, Blow to the Face.
I was going to say
for me, for sure. That's like just an insane. That's insane.
I was going to say that or Chandeliers. I like So Be It though.
So Be It's incredible.
I feel like
the singles played better in the context of the album.
Yeah.
So yeah, like So Be It is really strong to me. What Malice be talking like? She leaning on Celine because she ain't stepping in Giuseppe. Yeah. To me, that's like one of the craziest fashion bars I've ever heard in my entire life. So Be It's up there. But if I can only give you one, I might give you POV, which is funny because it wasn't my favorite off the first listen. But the more I go back, the more that Malice verse on POV is maybe my favorite verse on the album.
I was going to say, I like Malice's verse on that more than I like the rest of the song.
Yeah.
I don't love the beat, but I love that. So Tyler's verse is also really good though.
It's a great song.
Tyler's feature is really crazy on that one. Tyler might have been, was that my favorite feature? Tyler might have been my favorite feature just because I like to hear him talk shit. What other questions do you have?
Oh, who was your favorite feature on the Clipse album?
I'm gonna go either Tyler. It's Tyler or Kendrick, and I'll probably say Tyler just because it was less expected for him to kind of be grimy like that.
Yeah,
I think Kendrick is the easy answer.
Yeah, I'll give you Kendrick.
Yeah, that was a great project. Shout out to the Clipse.